Hey everyone, and happy St. Nicholas Day. Now I know what you're wondering. You're probably thinking, what the heck is St. Nicholas Day? So I come from a country, from Hungary, where we celebrate Santa Claus on a completely separate day. We don't really celebrate Santa Claus on Christmas Eve like they do in most countries. We celebrate him on December the 6th. So before I kind of explain to you what is traditionally done for December 6th, I will kind of just explain to you where St. Nicholas comes from. So, once upon a time, there was a man named Nicholas, and he lived in a place called Myria, which is now Turkey. I hope I pronounced that right. And he was a super wealthy man. He was also a bishop. And he was well known for helping the poor and the unfortunate. And one of the most famous stories about him is that he helped a family. This man had 3 daughters, and he didn't have the money to pay the dowry for her to be able to get married. So when Nicholas found out about this, he climbed up onto their roof and dropped bags of coins or bags of gold down the chimney, and I guess it landed inside one of the stockings that they had laid out for the night for it to dry. So that's where the whole tradition of Santa Claus going down the chimney and putting presents into your stocking comes from. And for a while he did this anonymously, I guess, but then the family found out who was doing the good deeds for them. And fast forward to a little while later, he basically became dubbed as a saint. So that's how he became known as Saint Nicholas. And he was not only the saint for children, but also the saint for sailors, because I guess he helped out the sailors in some ways as well. So that is what he is famous for. Now, his story didn't become popular, I guess, until the 16th century. And he didn't become this version of Santa Claus until I guess the late 1800s, when Harper's Bazaar drew up a picture of him with the really big stomach and the red and white suit. So that's basically where the story of Santa Claus comes from. And in Hungary and lots of other European countries, the kids polish their shoes on December the 5th, and once you've polished your shoe, you lay it out in the window for St. Nicholas to put treats and toys in it. So most commonly you get like little chocolates, and chocolates like this in Hungary and in European countries are super popular, where it's like Santa Claus chocolates. Usually they're more hollow, not like a big bar of chocolate like this one, but this is the closest thing I could find. And another thing that you get is like oranges. Also, if you were bad, instead of coal, you get this bouquet of twigs. And the twig is usually wrapped in the bottom with some red tissue paper, and the twigs are usually painted gold. So if you were a bad kid, that's what you get. And I guess at home, instead of Santa coming with like reindeer, he comes with his companions or his minions, and usually they're either Black Peter or Krampus. And I guess they take, sounds really scary, but I guess they take or they punish the children for being bad, and I guess you get beaten with the twigs. I don't know. It's so silly, but I always looked forward to getting the twigs. I got some every year, even though most of the time I wasn't bad. But I don't know, they just looked really cool. That is basically what we do on December the 6th. So I hope you found this informative. Let me know if you've ever heard about this story before, and what kind of traditions you do for Christmas that might be different than the way how everyone else celebrates Christmas. And without further ado, let's just get into the home decorations.